about. But the second one that it is possibly connected to is just absolutely out of this world. It is one that will, of course, have side theories made about it forever. In fact, because we probably will never find out the truth. First of all, if you watched the previous video about the long-term control of course, DC, then it's pretty crazy that now the president is to seek long-term extension of the federal control of the DC police. Now, I meant to talk about this yesterday, but life happened. And again, it said that President Donald, of course, said on Wednesday that he will seek more permanent federal control of the Washington, D.C. police force as he continues his efforts to ramp up crime enforcement in the nation's capital. Asked Wednesday whether he would work with Congress to extend the emergency authorization, allowing him to seize temporary control of local law enforcement, the president said that he would ask Congress for a long-term extension. This is something that we predicted may happen, and of course now it has happened, right? Now, people are split on this. I've seen all of our audience really down the middle. Some people are really excited about this. They are frankly saying, hey, this is our country protecting our capital with the military, which the capital, out of all things, as far as the, where the president is and where all of the important stuff is, should be protected by the military. I also see that, of course, the other camp, and there's many camps, the other big one is that this is taking over our country, this is militarizing our country, that this is a bad thing, that this is tyranny. Every other option you can think of, people have probably said it about him taking control of the police force. Now, just a reminder, that means that ATF, that, of course, FBI, that pretty much every three-letter agency is now involved. National Guard is deployed. It is an absolutely crazy scenario in itself. And it is one of those things where it's like, hypothetically, what the hell's really going on? Now, he just met Putin in Alaska. The story on that, of course, is pretty crazy in itself because, they had news covering it all different ways, but essentially nothing happened besides a 2.5-hour dinner, the dinner got canceled, 2.5-hour talk, and they didn't really get anywhere. This is exactly what I predicted and what many others predicted because they can't do anything without Zelensky. They can't do anything without his puppet masters. They can't do anything, right? And again, the quote from Trump said that we're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions, because you can't have 30 days. The president said in an event at the Kennedy Center Wednesday afternoon. Now, I do want to remind you guys before I go into what this is absolutely just crazy, crazy thing that people are popping out about, a connection with this, I do want to remind you guys, make sure to go check out EMP Shield at marfooglenews.com/EMP, or just go down to the descriptions down below. There's affiliates like, of course, the Flex Tactical. This is the same freaking solar generator that is now heading out for the U.S. Army. It is built tough. Literally, this thing is built out of steel. And I would highly recommend it. It is one of our favorite generators, but the bad thing is because of their contracts, there are barely any of them. They have literally paused all, selling of the regular, the Flex 1500. So if you want a Flex Tactical, there's only a few left. And once they're gone, they're gone. Otherwise, you don't want to wait 6 months. In fact, they don't even sell them to the point where you are waiting 6 months to get one. They're just not even doing that anymore. Now they only do it when they have batches in. So make sure to go check that out. Go check out EMP. That's a shield that will actually protect you against not only EMP, but CME. All right. And then check this out. So this is absolutely crazy. And I'm not saying I believe this, but this is very, very odd. And I get that right now, everybody is looking at every little angle that could be, but this one is very, very weird. Now, of course, the president ordered a review of the Smithsonian Museum, right, to ensure alignment with American ideals ahead of the 250th anniversary. Now, under the public narrative, this is something where you actually have the Smithsonian, one of the most famous museums, essentially being investigated, right? It said the president has ordered a comprehensive internal review of exhibitions and materials at several Smithsonian museums. Why is this important? Well, the Smithsonian is something that is, again, publicly, everybody knows that there are tunnels under the Smithsonian. Now, this is absolutely weird. Included in phase 1 of the National Museum of American History, the National Museum of Natural History, the National Museum of African American History and Culture, the National Museum of American Indian and National Air and Space Museum, The Smithsonian, it has almost everything under its roof. The public reason for the review is, quote, as we prepare to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our nation's founding, it is more important than ever that the national museums reflect the unity, progress, and enduring values. But is there something more to this story? Is it a coincidence that there are tunnels underneath this thing? And are they investigating something else? Like I said with the whole DC thing, this is absolutely wild that almost everything he's doing, there's like a totally second theory on it, and it actually has some grip. Like, what in the world? Like, if you go back to 2017, 2018, when everybody was, totally wild about certain numbers and letters, it's absolutely crazy that some of this stuff is like, well, gosh, why does this look like that, right? So again, I would love your opinion on this. Again, this is a place that is known to have major underground tunnels, and it's now being investigated by the by the White House. The timing couldn't be crazier, especially considering this its location, where it is, and where it's located, and the actual tunnels that everybody knows about. Is this something very, very odd? Again, I don't see too many people talking about it. Again, there have been a few that have actually pointed this out, and I'm very surprised they caught that. All right, you guys, be safe, be prepared, and Marf out. I will catch you over on our sister channel, Marfoogle TV, for a bigger update of more of the kind of regular news. So again, follow me over there, be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.